watching Thrifty Kaniffy. Hello everyone and welcome to Thrifty Kaniffy. Well, today we're going to be taking a look at a marbles exhibition grade Barlow. Before we get too much into the knife though, I want to talk a little bit about the packaging and then also the series of knives and a little bit of history that I've explored on this. So what we have here is the exhibition grade series from marbles. This is brand new that just came out this year. You get the marbles logo at the top with the cowboy office horse shooting down into a valley below. And it's kind of repeated on the inside cover. You got the felt line cut out. And this box, it's either like a really thick cardboard or possibly a wood and then just kind of covered with some cardstock. The front of it just says Collector's Edition Pocket Knives. And the back has got their slogan, for every hour in the open. The sides just sort of like some faux wood paneling. And then you've got, again, this slogan at the top. Got the cancer warning in China, manufacturer, country of origin. And then the model number here for the Barlow, MR684. So, why is this important? Well, before this was made, this may look familiar to you. These boxes may look familiar. This handle may look familiar to you. And that is because these were produced in a Winchester series, these same types of knives, in summer of 2019. Now the Winchester series came out with 9 patterns, and I don't have all those patterns, but I have one example, the sow belly whittler. So let me show you a picture of all 9 knives together here. We've got from top to bottom the small trapper, a large toothpick, a whittler, a medium trapper, a Barlow, a moose, a sow belly whittler, a swing guard, and a lockback. Now I've already confirmed that Marbles is producing all these same patterns again, with the exception of the moose and the medium trapper. Now they may produce those at some point, but the only ones I'm able to confirm as of today are 7 of 9 of them, with the moose and the medium trapper left off. So that's kind of your history of where these came from. Another little side note is that these have the product under license by Bluegrass Cutlery out of Manchester, Ohio. Okay, and of course Marbles, we know, is a house brand of Smoky Mountain Knife Works. So it appears to be the same OEM, but the company responsible maybe has changed potentially. I'm not 100% sure, but there you have it. So we have the Marbles, house brand from Smoky Mountain Knife Works now producing this. Now I missed out on quite a number of these since I was only able to get the one, and there was a couple of other ones I was looking at, but they got to be quite expensive, and I thought better of buying them. And now that I've gotten into the series from the beginning, I have the opportunity to kind of get them all, which is not what I intended to do. There are probably about 3 of the patterns that I want for sure, possibly 4. And we're going to be looking at the Barlow today. So we've got the check bone handles on these, right? And that beautiful inlaid bullet shield, sort of alternating between the check and this smooth section at the middle of the knife. You've got brass pins, nickel silver bolster with the thread at the front and at the front and the back, and then a pinch, right? And these mirror finished blades in 440A stainless steel. Now there's another difference between that and the Winchester series. They called this 7CR17. But honestly, because the blade materials are so similar, I'm not even sure that they are necessarily different. Again, these were 440A, 7CR17. Hard to know if they actually did use different blade material, but we'll just assume they did and say that it was 440A. Another one of the difference between this particular Barlow and the Winchester Barlow is the nail nick on the main blade. Now they decided to go with a long pull on the main blade with this one, whereas the Winchester version has a rounded nail nick on it, more a traditional style one. So this is, I think, a little bit of an improvement. You can see you get the Marbles etch on the blade there. If I can get that to focus a little bit, there we go. And then you got the clip point blade, which looks identical to the other Barlow. The blade shapes are pretty much, well, I haven't found any difference between the Barlow ones, let's just say. But you have a nice swedge there, and you can get it tapers off pretty narrow there. Good look at the blade edge. The grind is a little heavy at the tip, but otherwise pretty even. It looks like both sides are reasonably the same. No complaints really for that, for a knife that's under $20. I got this on Chicago Knife Works for $16.37. You can get it on Smoky Mountain Knife Works as well for $19.99. But there's a look at that Marbles Tang stamp stamped in there. And then on the reverse, you have the model number with China below it on this mirror polished clip point blade. So let's take a look at the measure of it. We've got a 2 and just shy of 3/4. We'll call it 2 5/8 with the cutting edge shy of 2 1/2. Let's call that 2 3/8. Good half stop on it and good snap on the close. I'd say about a 7 on the pull. Confident lockup. Feels good in the hand. That blade's not going anywhere unless you're really doing something stupid. Yeah, that locks up really well. And of course, you can come forward to the tang, get a full 4-finger grip on that. Feels very comfortable with the main blade open and the secondary blade closed. You can see the profile of that's pretty light. So even with the firm grip, I'm not really feeling any hot spots, which is good. But again, like a 7, locks up really nicely. Happy with that. Fit and finish on the bottom, really well done. Got the brass liners. Not really seeing any gaps there. Maybe you guys have a better look. I'm gonna have some glare I'm having to fight through to see. But I don't see anything major, and only just reflections that kind of maybe will trick you. Like I said, this main liner in the middle is a little bit proud in the open, or the closed position, but as you open the knife, that flattens out. It's completely smooth here in this position. And then you can see where the springs are a little recessed in the closed position, which is not a problem. I'd probably end up putting that in a slip. And here's a medium Rough Rider slip. Give you an idea of the fit for that. So, really well done knife, in my opinion. Let's take a look at the clip blade. Your secondary blade also has the half stop. And I'd say the pull on that is about equal to the main blade, right at a 7. I'm not seeing any blade wrap after having closed this several times, so that's good. And yeah, I get a really good solid lockup. Now this one's a little less comfortable with a tight squeeze, but not so bad that it's creating any real issues. It takes a pretty firm grip to really make it uncomfortable, right in that area there where it's prone. But yeah, otherwise a lot of grip with that checkered bone. That feels good in the hand. Again, 4-finger grip. And you can come up on the front of that choil there too, and that's not going to close on you at all. So I really like the design of this knife. Here's a look at the blade itself a little bit. A little bit heavy on the grind. Maybe we would like to see that be a little lighter. But it looks to be pretty even. Not too terribly bad on the evenness, and it's got a nice edge on there. I can tell it's pretty darn sharp. Again, the swedging on it, profile there, as we work our way around. And on this side you get the match strike pull, but this is more like the nail neck that you would see on the main blade on the Winchester series. So why they changed to the straight pull, I'm not sure, but I kind of like that. Kind of a fan with a long pull style. But no tang stamps on this one, on this blade, just plain. But really good snap. So overall, really solid knife. I always liked the series prior. That hasn't changed. Just really beautiful, work on the handles. Basically the difference is you get a slightly smaller shield on this Barlow only because the pattern itself. So I think when you get the Barlow pattern, you'll have the same size on the Winchester one as too. But you'll have marbles on this. And again, 440A, and the minor difference in the nail neck on the main blade, and the blade etching and so forth. So the branding, just different, but the design change, the only one that I see is that that nail neck between the two, between the Barlow of the Winchester and the Barlow of this marbles. And let me know what patterns are you looking forward to get a hold of in this exhibition grade. Like I said, they've got 7 of the 9 available, and I'm hoping they'll make the other 2. That would be nice to have the ability to complete that series with those people that missed out on these Winchesters, about 4 years ago. Also, I think the moose pattern is particularly nice, so I'm really hoping they make that one, because if they do, I'll definitely pick that one up. So kind of rooting for them to go ahead and finish off those last 2 patterns. But that's going to do it for my review, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit that bell to be made aware of videos when they drop. We will see you next time. Take care.